Right, so I just touched down in Atlanta, and I'm going to have an amazing experience getting chauffeured from here by a company owned by a Ghanaian. So stick and stay. I'm going to share that experience with you right away. Kwame,
Yes,
so how did this all start for you?
It started with me recognizing that there was an opportunity. Even though Uber has come to change the market a lot, the traditional limousine services as we know it have been shaken by Uber, giving people the opportunity to use their private vehicles to do these transportations and all of that. But I realized that there are still some key people that are not very comfortable getting in a quote-unquote stranger's vehicle. So what better way than to give them a platform where they recognize it's similar to Uber but still has the traditional feel of a limo service. So that's what I started doing, and I wanted to curate it to the luxury end of things, the high-end, people that really want the comfort. They don't mind paying for the comfort. And I started it with that idea, and then it just kind of snowballed into drawing a lot of attention from high-profile clients, some celebrities, and it's been doing pretty good since then.
Good. So before we even get to some of the clients, you talked about it being a platform similar to Uber. So how does it work when somebody wants to use GF Lux?
Well, so to use GF Lux, the concept of it is kind of a blend of the new system of Uber with the old system of the traditional limo service. But within itself, it's more in the operation aspect of it is more like a limo service. So, we are very hands-on. We take pride in taking calls instead of just somebody going online and clicking some things on the screen. So people are very happy when they call and then they hear a voice on the phone saying, hey, how may we help you? And another aspect of that which is very important is that I built the business with the idea that it's not just a matter of chauffeur. It's a matter of taking you from place to place and also giving you an opportunity to get other things done. So there is what I would consider like a concierge type of service to it. So example, somebody will call us and say, hey, it's my wife's birthday, I want to surprise my wife. And then we'll suggest to them, okay, yeah, we're going to pick your wife up and take them to the places you want us to take them. Let's say to a massage, then to dinner and things like that. But how about we pick up some nice bouquet of flowers for your wife? We don't charge you for that. We do that as part of the service because it makes everybody light up. The lady who receives the flowers is surprised. Everyone is happy. So we do the chauffeur service in addition to other little things that people may want that just enhances the experience.
Good. So talking about the experience, so that somebody wants to use you, they call you, tell you where they're going, where they need a pickup, and then you follow suit.
Exactly. Yeah. So they usually would find us online, maybe on Google, maybe Instagram, depending on where the ads are. And then they'll just give us a call. They'll tell us where they want to be picked up, where they're going, how many hours they want, what they need in between, and get it done.
So how long have you been doing this for?
About 5 years now.
And it's currently Georgia only, or you sort of spread across?
By the grace of God, I've been able to expand the business to where we are actually 3 states wide. We go farther, but I usually just focus on the 3 states because the farther we go, the harder it is to maintain and to keep up. So I'm trying to kind of focus on the 3 states. So Georgia is our home state. Atlanta is our main headquarters, but we also have a location in Augusta, Georgia. And then we spread into Aiken, South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, and then we also do Montgomery, Alabama, and then Birmingham, Alabama. But for any of these cities, because it is a chauffeur service, we go everywhere. I mean, we literally take clients from Atlanta all the way to Miami, Florida. 10-hour drives, So if it's necessary, we will do it.
When we were starting, how many cars did you start with, and also how many was it your fleet like currently?
So I started originally. The very first flagship vehicle that I had was a Mercedes S-Class, and I think that's what really shaped it was literally the mascot for the business, if you may, because it drew attention. It was like not many people were doing chauffeur business with the Mercedes S-Class as their main vehicle, and that really drew attention of a lot of celebrities, a lot of high-profile clients, or anybody that just wanted to experience some luxury, vehicles. So I started with the Mercedes S-Class, and then I realized that if you have more than two people, as luxurious as the Mercedes S-Class is, you need more space, more seats. So then I went to the Mercedes SUV. The one that I had was the GL 450. So that could take up to 6 passengers, still give them the luxurious feel and everything, but in an SUV. And then I realized, well, if you have a larger group of people, more than 6, the SUV is not enough. So then I got the Mercedes Sprinter van. So I ended up with a fleet of Mercedes-Benz vehicles, the S-Class, the SUV, and then the Sprinter. And that did well for a while, and then after a while I realized, okay, I needed to expand the business in different avenues. And I also realized that the more we were gaining some fame out there, people were getting to know of our business, a lot of people wanted to use the service, but not everybody was either able or willing to pay for the luxury price. So then what I decided to do was I incorporated an economy option to the luxury fleet, and that's what brought in some standard vehicles like a Honda or Chrysler, things like that. And those were best for long distance trips, because the longer the distance of a travel, the more expensive it is. And some people, they love the service and they love how great of a service we do, but they don't necessarily want to pay for an expensive ride. So then the standard vehicles would help. So that also went on for a while, and unfortunately, as the world knows, COVID happened. So we actually literally went down to ground zero. We lost a lot. There was no business for several months, so I literally had to rebuild the business from scratch. And that kind of put me in a better position to kind of restart, but in this case with the knowledge that I've gathered for the past years. So then I started it and recognized that there were other vehicles that traditionally, from the limo standpoint, do better for the clients and also for the logistics aspects, because it is quite expensive to have a Mercedes S-Class for a limo service. So that's what got me to actually shifting focus from the Mercedes-Benz fleet to now a Cadillac Escalade. So that is now our featured luxury vehicle that we use for a lot of our trips.
Great. So now let's talk about clients. What's your client base like? And then we talk about the A-listers.
Well, our client base is literally anyone that needs a great service. We don't necessarily, we don't discriminate. We don't look for high-end clients. As a matter of fact, we have never solicited for any celebrity. We have never gone to seek for anybody to use our service. We've never promoted specifically for any celebrity. We have, I thank God that it has worked that way, but just from the diligent work that we've done over the years and how people have raved about our service, people have rather found us, either individually the celebrities themselves, or their assistants, executive assistants of major companies, or people that are associated with these celebrities that find the service and say, this is the service that I want to take care of this client. So that being said, we take care of everyone. Anyone who finds us and wants us to do some work for them, we will do it. But we treat everyone like they are an A-lister.
Great. So now let's go to the proper A-listers. Who are some of the popular ones you've worked with?
We have Ludacris, based here in Atlanta. So he is one of the main clients that would usually want only me to take care of. So I'll take care of him, and very pleasant man. It's always been a pleasure to take care of him. We also have Michael Wilborn from ESPN, also a very, very, very wonderful man. I mean, everyone that we've encountered in our service has been very great. We've had Colin Kaepernick. I'm probably gonna have to drop some names that people don't even know we've taken care of, because it's not everyone that we show their pictures or post them out there. The musician Keisha Cole, we've taken care of her, but nobody knows about that. This is an exclusive here. We've taken care of some actors. Rob Riggle, he is a Hollywood actor and comedian.
That's quite impressive. And I mean, you talk about service, and when you're catering to people of this caliber, sometimes they have their own sort of demands. What are some of the craziest sort of demands and requests you get from clients?
You know, ironically, when it comes to crazy demands and expectations and things like that, it's never from the A-listers. It's never from the celebrities. Those are rather the easier ones to deal with. It's usually the everyday person that just wants something lavish, right? And that's fine. So long as it's within reason, we make it happen. Let me see. I don't think we've had anything quite outlandish. We've had some people that wanted to pretty much like have a party in like an Escalade, you know, and play the music loud, they dance, they sing and do all the crazy stuff they want. If it's within reason, you know, we'll let them enjoy the time. But typically for us, I think the way we market ourselves makes people approach us with some level of dignity. So there's never really any craziness, you know. People may want, like, let's say a red carpet to be used when they get out of the, you know, when they come out of the vehicle or when they're getting into the vehicle. Yeah, that's about it. Now there might be some crazy places that we take our clients, but you know that's quite confidential.
Good. And what makes you unique? Because again, you're competing with similar services, and like you said, there's also these ride-hailing platforms, ride shares, who also have customized some level of exclusivity for people. So what makes you unique and still relevant in this space?
Well, I'm gonna answer that question based on what our clients have said to us. I think that there is that it all comes to service, and it all comes to trust, and also it comes to reliability and consistency in the excellence of the work. So, and what I mean by that is some people are comfortable with taking an Uber until there are one incident where the Uber just doesn't go well. And so they try to find the next best option. So that's when people may find not necessarily just my service, but they are more comfortable with a limo service, especially if they have a good reputation behind them. And I think that's what has kept the limo business still in, you know, even with Uber disrupting the whole industry. And one other thing that I've realized is when somebody is about to have a wedding, well, they don't want to wait to see if, let me go and check on Uber if there is a vehicle nearby to take my bride and groom. You know, so there are certain things that people will always try to have the more legitimate, the more reliable service as an option.
Great. With COVID sort of easing down and business picking up, what is it like? What is it now and the future like for GF Lux?
So I've gone through the ups and the downs. I think I had mentioned to you even before we started rolling that I didn't know how you wanted this interview to go, but I can give you as much exclusive material as you want. And I guess with this kind of question, I would say we've gone through the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows. A lot of times when we make our posts online, even on my personal page on Instagram, I do get a lot of messages, some from Ghanaian young folks that say, hey, you know, you're an inspiration and we appreciate what you're doing. And I like that, but there's a part of me that also wants to show them that it's not all rosy, you know, it's not always fun and it's not always great. So when you see the good posts, there's always like so many other things that have gone wrong, and I'm coming to that point where I think it's necessary for those of us who happen to have some kind of a platform to showcase that when you see the highlights, the great times, for you to see that person on the mountaintop, there was a lot of climbing that happened. And that will let people recognize that maybe you are in your process of climbing, and it's okay. It's okay to struggle through it. And I'm saying all of this to say that GF Lux, with all the vehicles that we lost, all the crazy things that happened, you know, people need to see that so that they know that, hey, when you see us with a celebrity, that's the great part, but there's also struggle that comes with it. So it's okay for you to go through that. So with all those things that we've gone through, the future, I look at it like I want to take my time to build the business right and to build it well and let it scale up on its own naturally. Versus what I was doing a few years ago, I was trying to spread it out and trying to build it so fast. What happened when COVID hit was that I was hit pretty bad because then I couldn't sustain at all, you know. So now I've learned my big lesson, and I just want to take my time and let it keep building and growing, you know, just organically as much as possible. And hopefully we can be a national company here in the US, and also to be able to have a branch in Ghana. Because for the past 2 or 3 years, I've had people calling and asking, hey, when are you guys gonna do something in Ghana? And I think it would be right. I mean, a lot of people don't know, but GF Lux really is Ghana's finest. So it is Ghana's finest luxury transportation. So it would be only right that we have a branch in Ghana.